It's a lot. I really think that I've spent like maybe even thousands of dollars buying and investing in small businesses and artwork. And you know what? I feel good about it. Friends, we finally made it to spring. Flowers. I just feel like it takes so long every year to finally get to this springtime weather, and just something about it rejuvenates me so much, especially with planting my garden and just getting excited about things growing again and sunlight. And I just feel like it happened yesterday, was the spring equinox, and I just feel immediately better. Anyway, I digress. Hello everyone, my name is Michelle and I am the artist and maker behind Campbell Handmade, and in today's video, I wanted to take you on a mini tour around my house to show you the small businesses, artists, and makers that I really love and have been collecting and curating my house with since we bought it back in 2019. Please bear in mind that I did buy almost all of these things with my own money. I just saw something I liked, bought it, wanted to support the people, etc. There are a few instances in this video where I received the item because I did a trade with the artist, or I either won a giveaway or a raffle. But those instances are kind of few and far between, but I will point out those items as we come across them. But for the most part, everything I'm about to show you, I invested in with my own money because I loved the work and I just love buying artwork from people and supporting small businesses. So a lot of these artists and small businesses are women owned or women run. Maybe not all of them that I'm about to show you, but most of them are. And I just wanted to do that in order to celebrate Women's History Month a little bit. And most of these people I have never met in person. So if I pronounce your name or your Instagram handle or your business name incorrectly, I am so sorry. You know how it is sometimes where you just like see someone's name on Instagram and you never know how it's pronounced, and then you just like never know how to say their name. I actually feel like Campbell Handmade is sometimes like that. People don't really know how to say it, which is why I'm trying to say it a little more here and there in my videos. But yeah, after that long-winded intro, let's get into it. Let's go. All right, so I actually have a lot of ceramics that I've bought over the years, and they're kind of just littered all about the house. I'm probably just gonna do my best to bring them over to the couch to show you instead of running all around the house trying to go on a ceramics scavenger hunt of sorts. But to start off, I wanted to show you some of my Cloud9 clay collection. This is probably one of the first pieces I bought from Peyton, but she makes these really beautiful like donut bases, and I'm just like obsessed with the gold flecks on this one. I just took some really sad dead flowers out of it, but I'm actually going to see how they look with maybe some fresh ones in it. I'll just borrow some from this little arrangement I have over here maybe. But yeah, if you don't know, or if you're not local to Philadelphia, Cloud9 Clay has been around for definitely a hot minute, and Peyton really makes such beautiful work, and he actually has an entire shop up on Frankfurt Avenue. If you're ever in the area, you should just stop in and you can see all of the work that she has available. She also carries a lot of other small businesses and artists and makers from around the country and also from Philadelphia. So if you want to support local, or if you want to find something super unique and handmade, or if you are trying to find a gift or something for someone, Cloud9 Clay has such a great selection of stuff. And voila, look how beautiful it looks now. Isn't that gorgeous? It's like such a statement piece. And I don't know, I just really love it. And I usually just keep flowers in it until they wither away to dust, because it kind of just holds them and makes like a really pretty dried floral situation. But anytime you have fresh cut flowers, you should definitely take advantage of this too, because you can put water in the bottom so they stay kind of fresh, you know? But yeah, look at that. So sick. I love Peyton's work. Also from Cloud9 Clay, this bowl that I pretty much eat everything out of if I can, because it's kind of like a plate bowl, so it's perfect for literally everything. And it has these really cool ridges on the side and kind of like a fun gradient that goes up and speckles on the inside. And I also have a serving like platter from her. It's a little bit larger. Sometimes I use it for like serving dish if I have company over, and sometimes I just put produce and stuff in it. It looks really pretty on the counter. And from one of my longtime friend makers, Julie Miller Pottery, I have a really beautiful plant pot that has I forget what this plant is called, but it's been in here for a while and it's actually doing pretty nicely, the plant. And Julie does this like slip work on a lot of her ceramics, and it's just like rhythm and pattern to it. And I also really love the glazes she uses. They're always so rich and colorful and also very earthy, which is kind of the tones that I'm drawn to. But yeah, I have this beautiful pot from her. It has drainage in the bottom. We love to see it. I also have this garlic dish from her, which has like ridges on the inside here. And you actually take raw garlic and rub it on the surface of the ridges, and it pretty much grates your garlic for you. And then you can put oil and other seasonings on it so you can dip your bread in it. It's so delicious. It's super garlicky, but if you like garlic, then you're gonna love it. You should get yourself one. Also from Julie Miller Pottery, I have two really cute little espresso cups. They're mismatched, which I kind of love. And yeah, they also have that slip detail on it that gives a really nice texture on the side. I opted for like this kind of like tealish sea foamy green for these ones. Although she does make some that have like the blue and white and other speckles. Like she has so many different glaze options. Definitely need to check her out. All right, and in terms of my ceramic collection, I have a lot by this next artist. It's called Clayyy, and her name is Kelly Bissell, and she just creates these really beautiful, like simple forms for pots, but then she creates these really fun designs on the sides and shapes. And I have a little plant in this one that's doing all right. It's kind of a little crispy looking, but really fun pattern on it. This kind of like pot slash bowl, I've put a plant in it before, but I think it has since perished because this doesn't have drainage holes in it, so it's not actually a pot. But I also sometimes use it for like produce and things like that, and just put it on the counter. I think it looks really cute. It has a nice fun pop of color all around, and I don't know, I just love the thick like fun lines that her work has. This is a huge mug by Melissa Koenig Ceramics. She is currently on hiatus right now, I think, but I have a lot of work by her. I have a couple bowls and a lot of little like propagation vases and stuff, but I really love this mug in particular because it's perfect for massive cups of coffee if you want, or I honestly like to drink soup out of it. Like soup on the go, just sipping at it. But yeah, it's a really nice mug. I love the sheen that it has, like dark and kind of has almost like blue accents to it. She makes a lot of slip cast mugs, bowls, things like that. Definitely check out her website. I'm not sure if she has anything for sale right now though. And this mug here was not handmade, but, or at least, oh wait, I think it was. It was made by the Great Bay Pottery company, but the actual design on it is by an artist, Land and She Studio, Emily Kelly. She just does these really fun and inspiring illustrations of like nature and mountain ranges, and a lot of it has to do with animals, and I don't know, I just love like the line work and the little details that each of her illustrations has. But she was doing a limited run of these a while ago, and I was able to snag a couple of them, and I just really love them. They have turtles on them, and it's a great mug for tea, I think. And possibly one of my favorite mugs. I definitely have used this one a lot. This is by Melissa Mytty Ceramics, I think her Instagram handle is, but Melissa Mytty, I do not think she throws them on a wheel. She makes them by hand, and then she does these really intricate like layered finishes on them, which I really love. And I love how this one feels very kind of scientific and reminds me of like cells and organisms, but is also just playful with the dots, the polka dots and the lines. A little sad, the gold luster that was here has kind of rubbed off a little bit just from general use, but that's because I love this mug so much. I reach for it pretty often, and I love the inside. It's like blue and kind of speckled. Sorry, it's difficult to see right now. And I recently traded for this mug. Maddy made Pottery made this, and I traded her a pair of earrings for it. I'm sure you can tell why I love this mug already. Obviously it's because of the color and the shape, but seriously, the color and the shape, so good. I love mugs like this for tea because I'm a really slow tea drinker, so the fact that it has like a more narrow top, I feel like keeps your drink hotter longer, if you know what I mean. So I don't know, I just really love this mug, the shape of it. I love the glaze. I obviously love the print that she put on it, and yeah, it's really well made. I'm really happy that I actually was the one to initiate this trade. I would like saw this mug and then I couldn't stop thinking about it. So that's how I know I really want something, is if I can't stop thinking about it. And look, the bottom even has a little leaf on it. I love it. One last ceramic artist that I want to highlight is Hannah from Cieri Fabrications. It's a husband-wife duo, and I believe they're based out of Vermont. This is a French butter keeper that she threw and then carved into this shape. And the way it works is you put the butter in this side, and then you put water in this side. So whenever the butter is inside the water, it keeps like a seal for it so that your butter stays good. And the fact that it's like that, you can just keep it out on the counter, and obviously if you keep your butter out on the counter, it's going to be super spreadable and perfect for using at all times. So if you like butter and that's really appealing to you, you should look into getting a French butter keeper. I'm pretty sure she makes several styles of this still, but yeah, mine's not in use right now because we can't really keep butter on the counter all the time because of Ollie. He honestly like has tried to break this before so he can get in and get the butter, because he's a nut, so food motivated. But yeah, definitely look up their company. They have a lot of beautiful ceramic ware. I first saw them at a Tyler alumni pop-up like market, and they were showcasing these really, really beautiful like ceramic pendant lights, which blew my mind. Like, the ability to get something to that scale and being so fragile, I was just like, wow, these people are talented. And her husband also does like woodworking and wood turning, so definitely check them out. And last but not least, I want to highlight Growies Planters, which I'm sorry this doesn't look super cute. This plant has been in here for probably too long. She's based in South Philadelphia, has a really fun studio that she sometimes hosts pop-ups out of. She does a lot of this kind of like resin poured planters with different things featured in them. This one has like some dried flowers, but she also just has a lot of different styles to pick from and different shapes to pick from. And she also does concrete planters as well. So if you're looking for affordable planters that are pretty sturdy and are unique looking, I would definitely go to Growies Planters. Danielle is an awesome human being. Okay, real quick, I wanted to shift your attention over here to my circle shelf and point out my Vanity Tintype that I got a couple years ago. I believe her name is Helen Maureen, but she runs Vanity Tintype. It's a women-owned photography business, and they do these one-offs of portraits and events and stuff, and it's just such a fun experience. We actually traded, so she traded a session with me for a couple pairs of earrings that I gave to her. And my partner and I just went up and we had such a fun experience sitting for a portrait. And I just think it's an experience that everyone should have, just sitting there and actually being very precious about the photo you're about to create instead of just being, you know, like frivolous with our iPhones, taking thousands of photos every day. It's like, with this kind of style, you get one shot and then you get to see what it looks like on the plate. And if you don't like it, you can do it again. But yeah, it's just like a really fun experience, something I've never done before. And she offers a lot of packages. She does events, she does weddings and stuff. So definitely look into it, especially for your like milestone things in life. I think anniversary portraits are fun. I think she does maternity things too. So Vanity Tintype up in Fishtown, Philadelphia. All right, everyone, are you ready for this? We're going to go handheld. I'm going to take you around the house because I think this might be the best way to show you some of the other things that are my favorites. So to begin with, we were just over in my like living room area, and now in my dining room slash sewing area are my favorite prints, I guess you could call them. They are by an artist named Strange Dirt out in Colorado. I do apologize for the reflection you're seeing. That's just from the frame, but she just makes these really, really intricate, nature-inspired, yet also kind of gives me Art Deco kind of vibes. But I've been following her for a long time, and I am just so glad that I finally invested in some of her work a few years ago, because I definitely know that I'll have these prints forever, and they're just so beautiful and intricate. Like, I will try to, let's see if I can get you closer. Look at how detailed that is. Like, she does all of this by hand, and it's just so miraculous to me. Like, I just love the patterns and like the repetition that she has in some of her forms, but also just overall as a whole composition and everything. I love it. It's so beautiful. The lines, the colors, the little gold details that she likes to add. Her name is Marsha, and this woman is so good that Tan France has work by her in his home. And if that just speaks to any volumes of how highly I regard her work, just like, it's amazing. And I just can't believe that I own something by her. And that being said, it was definitely an investment getting these prints, and I still need to put them in different frames, I think. I just wanted to put them in something to protect them, but I don't think that these are their final frames. I want to do glass instead of this like plastic, and I also think I want to do either like a natural wood or maybe even black actually to complement the black that's already in it. But other piece that I have by her, it is a tapestry, and I got this before I got those prints downstairs. I'm really glad that I got it because I love it. I feel like it makes such a statement in this room, especially because we haven't really done anything to this room. We're in my bedroom. You weren't sure, but yeah, I love it. I hope I also have this for the rest of my life. But yeah, this is also by Strange Dirt. Whew, okay, back downstairs. Another painter slash illustrator artist that I am obsessed with. If you can see this print up here, this is a piece by an artist named Dahae Song. You can find her on Instagram as Song Dahae, and her work is super beautiful and kind of monochromatic. She's a Korean artist, I believe, and I just really love how she tries to incorporate nature into the human form. So as you can see here, there are like two hands coming together, and there's kind of like bonsai-esque trees also growing out of the hands, and I just think it's so beautiful and so kind of like poetic looking for a print. I also love the paper that it was printed on. It almost kind of felt like a fabric. Like it was really, really nice quality. But she's based in Canada, I think. But if you're ever interested in her work, she has prints and she also has original work available sometimes. I seriously loved her work so much that I bought a tattoo pass and got it tattooed on my body. So I will try to insert a better photo here because I'm sure it's a little bit difficult to see. But yeah, it's like a hand outreached with a really curvy kind of organic tree like growing out of it almost. And it kind of wraps around my forearm a little bit. But if that says anything about how much I love this artist, I literally got her work tattooed on my body. So, yeah. Sorry, Mom. And in the frame now, I'm sure you can see little bottles. I pretty much have fifth dimension herbs all over this house. I discovered Jaina, I guess, like early pandemic maybe. And ever since then, I've been using her skin serums and her tinctures and stuff. And I swear by all of her stuff. It's all herbal, it's all natural, and it really does make you feel good. And it has cleared up my skin. It has given me this like glow that I've never had before. I will show you in a minute, but I seriously have so many empty bottles from Fifth Dimension Herbs because I just keep buying from her. All right, taking a quick pit stop in the kitchen without showing you the mess that's in the kitchen. I have these three prints here above my kind of like sitting bar area. On the left side there is a coffee print by an artist named Campbell. In the middle is a really fun and lush plant print by an artist named Emily Ryan. And then on the right is a black cat print by Emma Perloff of Hoop and Wheel. And actually on the other side of the kitchen here, I have a bottle opener by Funkaesthetik. Janae does a lot of really fun paintings and prints that have this kind of kaleidoscope, kind of 70s vibe to them, and she was doing a limited run of these bottle openers, so couldn't help it, had to snag one, and it's really fun. You can just like, anytime you're looking for a bottle opener, I always forget. I'm like, oh, there's one on the wall. All right, and I know I've highlighted this before in my studio tour that I've done, but I wanted to show you my art wall in my studio one more time because I think almost everything up here is by a woman owned or partly woman run business. And yeah, I just love this wall. It's very inspiring to look at. And yeah, let's go around and see what I have here. On the top left there is a felt banner by Amelia of Felt Up by Amelia. She also makes these really pretty felt flowers. So if you're the type of person that wants your flowers to last forever, might be a good option. On the right here is a super beautiful painting and drawing from Rise and Wander. Afton is such a beautiful human and always puts out these beautiful creations and messages on social media, which is pretty much how I know her. I met her once at a pop-up and she was like the sweetest person ever. And I have a few pieces by her. So there's this print. I think there's a print in Dreyer's studio. And I also have a couple like Christmas ornaments from her that are also hand painted. Just so special. She puts these little scenes on them sometimes too. And she's just so good at like storytelling and making these little enchanted scenes that you just want to be in, you know? Down here on the left, I have a beautiful portrait of cannabis sativa by an artist named Madeline Fried. I don't know what her Instagram handle is. I've looked for it before and I can't seem to find it anymore, but I'm gonna look up her website. I hope I can find it. But I got this print from her a long time ago at the Philadelphia Tattoo Convention. And then this here is a little embroidered hoop from Emma Perloff, who also did cats downstairs. Hoop and wheel. This little scene is just so cute. It has like a little elephant planter in it and just like a little rooster planter, and just the attention to detail is really sweet. And then this is from the 50/50 company. It's a husband-wife duo, but I'm just in love with these cats just drinking wine because, you know, who doesn't love a good box of wine? And then on the very right there, I actually made that painting and hung it up there. So all ladies on this wall for the most part. So good representation. And then I also think that I mentioned this in my studio tour, but this is a sun catcher from Ordinary O. Olivia makes really beautiful wall pieces made from like driftwood and little crystals like this. Also Philadelphia based. And then I also have a print back here from an artist named Kara Hinson. She has just like really strong prints of women, which I think is really cool. Like all of her subjects for the most part are these just very strong and powerful looking beautiful women, and she prints them and sells them on her website. So definitely check that out if you were looking for some artwork. Hello everyone, Michelle here from the editing couch. I'm already 30 minutes into this video and I am still not done yet, and I have nearly half of the video left to edit. So I think that to help you out, to help me out, I'm going to split this into two parts. So this first part is just going to be, as you saw, mostly ceramics and prints and stuff. And I think next episode is going to be a lot of my earring collection because I've been building that up for years and years now. And I just also have some other things to share with you. And I feel like I just want to give these artists the amount of time that they deserve. I don't want it to feel like it's rushed or has too much crammed in along with it. So giving it some breathing space. I'm going to revisit the second half next week. So I really hope you tune in. If you've seen any artists in this first part that you like or have enjoyed, definitely give them a follow or check out their websites, shop their work. support them in any way you can, honestly, because like small businesses rely on you, the customer to support and share their work, and especially the sharing part. Like that doesn't cost anything to you, and it's just a great way to support your community. Oh, and I almost forgot, but I will probably remind you next week as well. But today I am launching a new custom product on my website. It's these custom fingerprint rings. So perfect for like if you want an alternative wedding ring idea or any sort of like relationship where you would want to wear someone's fingerprints, maybe your best friend, etc. But for now, I think I'm going to be offering these custom to the Philadelphia area because they are not engraved. I actually have to take your fingerprints and put them onto the waxes before they get cast into metal. So they're super special and unique to you and have a very organic, kind of natural feel to them. And I want to offer them in different sizes and metal options. So check that out today on the website if you're interested. I'll have more details there at katahandmade.com. But otherwise, I hope you check in next week for the other half of my artists that I want to share. And yeah, thank you so much for joining me, everyone. I hope you stay hydrated. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you next week. Bye. Favorite collection that I have, and that is my earring collection. Can we have a round of applause for these badass women having multiple jobs and being mothers and also creating beautiful artwork? Like, I pretty much have bought every single pillow of hers that I could, and I lay on them every single night.